Alright, so last time you guys tore through the devil camp. Almost literally. After taking on a group of humans and some bearded devils that had with a squadron of giant owls. Um, you guys had a brilliant plan using a spell that Hwinnil just learned. You decided to conjure up pixies that would polymorph the party into triceratops and tyrannosauruses. Triceratops having the ability to fly because this is D&D. Um, you entered the camp. Most of the enemy was struck dumb seeing a bunch of flying triceratops and a pair of T-Rexes. After a long battle, you guys, looted the tent, found a few magical items, some gems, and two letters in the tent, and also dismantled the portal that smelled like it came from some hellish plane of some sort. Um, so that's what happened last time. What did you guys want to do?
So we're still in the ruins of the camp, I guess?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe investigate the tent. Did we do that last time?
Yeah, we found some loot in it.
Okay.
You guys
is-
found that bowstring and
Yeah, the bowstring.
that stasis staff, as well as the two notes from the Bone Devil's tent.
Right. So, oh shit, Kevin Warren's not here. Otherwise, I would totally ask him about these people in Kural.
Yeah, that's the big thing. I mean, you guys could go back to Dragon Reach for your reward for now.
Ooh, yes. I
Right.
like the sound of that.
Perfect. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking around. Probably.
Yeah. We'll grab whatever we think we can sell back in town.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, we can probably stuff a shit ton of food into various bags of holding.
If
That's
you
the thing.
want, that's fine.
We have all the staffs from the casters. There were more than one caster, right?
There was more than one caster. The two that seemed to use some kind of time magic was at the beginning of the battle. They had staves as well. The one that you found was a little more ornate. Um, but the ones at the beginning of the camp, they're very nicely crafted. You could probably sell them for about um hmm very probably sell them for easily 100 each. Even if somebody didn't know the function of how to use them.
Okay.
I think Fox or Kilroy wanted to keep one of them though.
Yeah, the major staff thing. And I
Yeah.
think I stole one of the earlier staffs as well.
I think you stole a belt as well. They had these very beautifully crafted crystal lined belts that looked like they were made from the same material as the wall in Al Gore. So
Were they medical?
Yeah, could we identify those at all?
you guys didn't identify them actually.
Then we can do that to start with.
Yeah,
Take a look.
I'm quite curious.
Okay. I guess I'll do this as a ritual.
Okay.
So sitting
Right.
around for a little bit of time.
I mean, you guys got plenty of time at this point. Alright, so you sit down, you cast Identify as a ritual, and what you get from the belts from the casters are yeah are is that the belts sort of work kind of like a storage unit for power. So it looks like it the more mundane chromancer's staff and the belt and these belts did go hand in hand. If you take a little longer to look at the belts, the staff, and the staff of stasis, it looks like the staff of stasis was created to work without needing the belt. Um, but if you wanted to use one of the more mundane staffs and the belt together, you would have to essentially attune yourselves to two items instead of one. That's the big drawback with these. But essentially, you can throw somebody into the time stream with another set of staves and belts.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, that's good to know.
Okay, so take your time. And, most of the food at the camp, if you want to take it with you, is a combination of dried rations, dried fruit, nuts, granola, and since they were also feeding devils here, there's a lot of meat. There's a lot of meat that doesn't look like it's animal.
Let's leave the meat.
Always became
Agreed.
And
Yeah, I
take
guess-
just the dry things.
Alright, yeah, you could. I mean, there's like barrels of water and dried rations, so you can take as much as you would like to carry.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Okay. And with that, you guys head back to Dragon's Reach. It is a uneventful journey back. Um, by this time, you've been fighting for a while and identifying items, so you guys get back to Dragon's Reach probably closer to the evening, maybe around 7, 8 o'clock ish. Just going at a steady pace. Um, did you guys want to go see Thane right away? Did you just want to, nap at the inn for a while?
I guess it's better to rest and be well nourished before we go and have a meeting.
Sure. Sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, I don't think I don't know how urgent do you guys feel like it is to tell them what happened?
I think you can do it in the morning tomorrow.
Same.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, we'll grab some sleep.
All right. So you guys head back to the Platinum Gopher Inn. It is as you left it. The innkeeper looks a little wary of you because there are some people that came into the inn initially, but they don't look like. She was expecting a group of 5 humans to come into the inn. Now there's like a dwarf and an elf,
Oh, whoops.
and she's like, whatever. Sound is weird enough as it is. Just go to your room,
Whoops.
please. The inn is quite sparse, anyways. There's only a couple people having dinner. They don't really seem to take notice. Shia, the innkeeper, comments that Kasov can do without the makeup next time. It's okay. And you guys have an uneventful rest at the inn. Um, in the morning, you are awakened. Well, some of you, if you choose to wake up this early, roosters crow at around 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. So that is when the first yeah, Hwinnil's already up. Kilroy's probably like throwing a pillow over his head, like no. um, that's true. That's very true. But yeah, there's the smell of coffee and meat cooking, already wafting through some of the hallways. If you choose to grab in very early breakfast, um, I'm gonna say for the sake of Kevmore not being here that he got kicked in the head by that bone devil, so he needs to sleep it off a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, but the rest of you, besides Kilroy, are probably all getting ready to head to Thane. Did anybody want to go grab him?
We can bring him along, I guess.
Yeah.
Alright. So who wants to wake Kilroy up?
Shut him out.
Well, Ramus isn't gonna do it, apparently.
Nope.
I guess I'll do it.
I mean, he dislikes me enough already. I'd rather not poke the literally sleeping bear.
Yeah. Well, I'll. I guess he's in his room, so I'll knock on the door.
Alright, Kilroy, there's a loud knock on the door. It is now 5:15 in the morning.
Is there a lock on the door?
There's a lock on the door.
I'm gonna get up, make sure that it's fully locked, and then go back into bed.
So, Kassoff, you hear some footsteps coming towards the door. You see the doorknob jiggle a little bit, and then footsteps retreating back from the door.
Okay, I shout in, Gilroy, are you okay? Are you awake?
I'll just be like, yes, go away. Need sleep. Goodbye.
And I shout in, we're gonna go see Thane.
Have fun.
Okay. I guess we'll talk about your reward later.
Wait. I open the door, I put Rumor on his shoulder, and I close the door and go back to sleep.
There is now a pseudo dragon on your shoulder, just kind of cocking his head, looks like, what the fuck?
Okay, familiars, yes, understood. I walk away with Rumor on my shoulder.
Okay. When Kassoff comes back downstairs, there is a pseudo dragon on his shoulder.
And I say, Kilroy won't be joining us, but he's fine.
His better health is coming, I see.
Yep.
With that, Rumor nods. Okay. So,
Okay, let's go.
Just to recap, talking with the Thane, should we try to disguise ourselves?
Thane is a high elf.
Okay.
So,
then no
and
problem.
his associate's in Asamir. So it doesn't seem like these guys are like the rest of Robur. Though the town is the majority of the town is human. You do see like a couple non-humans around, just going about their business, walking freely. So it doesn't appear this place is as bad as the rest of Robur.
I still hide my ears, like normal, like having the hair on them. Like it's not like I go out of my way, but I'm not showcasing.
Okay, sounds good. All right. When you get to Thane's tower, um, his Aaron actually answers the door. It looks like they were in the middle of breakfast as well, and Aaron says, "Oh, good, you're back. Come, have you eaten already? Just we were just finishing up. If you wanted a Bloody Mary or two. I'm not sure if you drink this early in the morning, but I feel it helps me sometimes. Clears the throat."
Personally, I'm fine, and I look at the rest.
I gruffly clear my throat and say, "Sure."
I'm fine too.
Um, well, please be seated. Thane's in the dining room. Um, and when you go inside, Thane is at one end of the table. Looks like he was sitting next to Aaron, and there is a small stack of dog-eared papers next to him. It looked like it was a working breakfast. Um, and and Thane, when he sees you, says, "Oh, good, you're back. How did everything go?"
Lots of devils.
Oh dear.
Yes.
But they're all dead now.
That's
Yeah, luckily that's true. Luckily, we've taken care of most of that.
okay. Good. Excellent. Well, maybe I can finally send the rest of the sand hunters out without worrying about them much. Um,
We also closed the portal.
portal.
They had a portal to I guess, the demonic plane.
That's
Seemed so, yes.
not comforting.
No,
I mean, comforting that you dismantle it, not comforting that there was one.
yeah, it might be a good idea if you have enough if you have enough sway over some of the guards around here. It might be a good idea for them to scout out and make sure that that area is as clear as we think it is. Sort of try to describe how far away it is.
Okay. Thane says, "I will send Tiri and Aaron to do with a group of sand hunters to do some scouting. Tiri is our cleric of Cord in town, so he should be fairly well versed in those demonic forces. But we should get your reward. I mean, job well done. Um, just give me a second, and he gets up, heads towards the back. You wait a few minutes, and then there is a loud crash, like maybe a shelving unit of books just fell. You hear Thane shouting at somebody. Um,
I go and check up on this.
you also hear, as you approach Aramis, another voice shouting, not Aaron's but Orthane's, shouting back at Thane. When you go to the back, a little down the hallway where the voices are coming from, there is Thane shouting at what looks like a apparition. Uh, this apparition is wearing appears to be human, or has taken on the vestige of a human appearance. Wears a very long, loose skirt. Has a bun, like a really tight bun, in her hair, and you hear her shouting that she says something to the kin of, "You clumsy oaf, I just rearranged those today. Thane shouting back, this is my tower now. I don't care if you've been here longer than me. I will arrange the library in how I see fit. And they're just they even haven't had. If you don't make your presence known, they don't take any notice of you. They're just shouting, and Thane's growing red in the face at this point.
I'll just watch them for a bit.
Okay.
Seems like as good a show as I'm gonna get around here.
All right. They continue to shout at each other. The ghostly apparition yells, "This is ridiculous! When Warlord Arafi was here, I was his head librarian. How dare you treat me like this?" And things like, "Well, there's no warlord here now, and I own this tower now, so I guess you should be listening to me." And I'm gonna. Okay. In mid conversation, Thane looks off to the side. Are you stealth, by the way? Are you just
Probably.
okay? Can you roll a stealth check for me?
28.
Okay. So Thane looks down the hallway and he says, "I got it. We will continue this later." And you see the ghostly apparition just huff and starts, putting books back on the shelf, book by book back onto the shelf. And Thane with a pouch of gold starts walking down the hallway back towards the dining room. So Thane gets back and he's like, I'm very sorry that took a while. I had a argument with some of my help." And he just shakes his head and just probably nearest person at this point is Kasov. Just puts the gold pouch in your hands. 1,000 as we've agreed on. I thank you for ridding Dragon Reach of this menace. I thought there were 4 of you.
Oh, I'm just over here. I would have followed him back.
Okay, all right. Wow, you are very quiet.
I get that sometimes.
I apologize for the shouting in the back. I was talking to she thinks herself the keeper of the tower, but anyways.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So, where will you be headed next? If you don't mind me asking.
I don't think it's decided.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Well, you are welcome to stay in Dragon Reach as long as you wish. And don't worry about the inn fees because I will take care of that for you. Yeah. But if you ever need anything, just let me know. I have some sway in this area, not a lot, but.
Okay. Yes. Sounds good. Sounds good.
All right. Well, I wish you all a safe journey whenever you decide to leave.
Thank you.
Thank you, I say, and then I start walking out.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. And he just, waves as you guys walk away.
I'll wave back.
Okay.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye. And he just shuts the door.
Rude.
Well, he waves at you guys, and then when you are leaving, he just shuts the door after you guys walk away.
All right.
So where are we going?
Yeah, good question. The notes that we found mention Kural, so it seems like they're up to something weird there. Reading them.
Yeah, I'm trying to find those. I have those notes. I'll throw them in the chat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there should be
there's a
in
handout
their
with them.
handouts, so they're
They're on the
top two.
handout. Okay, cool.
So, yeah, so they're doing something in Corral. Do we know this Lady Rika or this eternal flame that they talk about at all?
I don't know how much Kevmorn would have told you. But Lady Rika sounds like maybe a Ruber noble of sorts.
Okay,
Um,
interesting.
and Thane did mention to you guys that he noticed, either Thane or Aaron noticed that Kevmorn was part of the Eternal Flame. So that's the order that Kevmorn belongs to. They had mentioned that they are one of the main forces that are fighting against the Slave King currently in the northern region. Apparently, their order's pretty strong up here.
Okay.
So you can go to Kural. I mean, it's only been probably 4 days at this point before you guys have to go or send a message to Amaville. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's up to you.
How far away is Kural?
Kural is right at the western coast. So Kural would be, you guys are in Dragon Reach. That's the tip top. It's probably 150 miles from where you guys are currently.
Okay. So we have what, 10 days until the Falcon is waiting for us?
Yeah, it'll probably get you 3 days to get to Kural if you're walking.
Okay. I mean, 3 days there, 3 days. How many days back to Amaville is it from Corel?
If you're doing a straight shoot to Amaville from Kural, that will be about maybe 250 miles back, give or take. So 3 days, 4, 5. Probably would take you about 5 days to get to Amaville, maybe 6 if there's like a bad sandstorm or something.
That gives us 2 days to poke around Corel, which isn't a lot of time. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Do you have any other options?
Not really. I mean, the other option is we go back to Amaville and wait for the airship, I guess. I don't know.
Then I think we should instead be moving instead of procrastinate. So maybe move to Kural, be there 2 days, and then go to Amarillo.
Okay. I'm fine with this.
Sounds good.
Okay, sounds good. Um, so you guys, start packing up. At this point, after rumor kind of is like pointing to you, Kassoff, and just pointing back upstairs.
Yep. I head up to Kilroy's room and knock on the door again.
All right. at 6:15.
It's still too early.
I mean, you can get up or we're leaving you behind.
I shout in that we're ready to go.
Okay, have fun.
You
I
hear an
shout.
indignant squawk from outside the door.
Did they not pay you?
They paid us.
Okay. Going back to sleep.
I'm gonna leave Rumor at the door, and you can try to catch up with us if you want. But we're leaving this town.
Wait, what? You went and saw the person?
Yes.
Why did it not take hours?
Did you
It
enjoy
took
your
an hour.
I'll like slowly walk out, looking very angry.
Rumor nips your ankle.
Too tired to even react. Just
At this point, Kevin Warren's probably awake and, getting ready to leave after hearing that you guys already want to go see Thane.
Yeah, get ready to go and we'll get going soon.
Okay. So you guys get ready to leave. And you guys start, Kilroy finally gets himself out of bed. Kevin Warren's already up and awake. And you guys start heading out of Dragon's Reach, going west to the coast. So you guys are on the road for a while. It's pretty quiet for the most part. On the second day of travel, I would like everybody to make perception checks. You're just going along this semi carved out road that looks like it's been traveled quite a bit by merchants, wagon wheels, that kind of thing. Alright, Hwinnil. As you are traveling, you feel a very slight tremor beneath your feet.
What were the monsters called that were like sharks? In the ground.
Bullets.
We might have bullets. I feel tremoring in the ground.
I take off.
Okay.
Yeah, I take off from Griffin as well.
Alright, so
Hippogriff, I mean.
if you guys would like to put your pieces around there-ish, that's where you start feeling the tremors in the ground. Okay, and then who's still on? Alright, so it's Hwinnil that's taken to the air.
Same.
You also. Who is still on the ground so far?
I'm gonna stay on the ground, but I do have my winged boots, but I'm gonna stay standing on the ground.
Okay. Alright, so just give me a minute to drop. Here we go. Alright, cool. Alright, so I would like everybody to roll initiative as Kasov there is a very large, like coming from this direction. You see that patch of rib bones that was jutting out from the ground disappear. Like like it looks like the spines just went deeper into the ground. So I'm gonna remove that. And then emerging in front of you is that thing. It looks like the bones that were protruding from the ground were really spines on his back. And there's this very large pointed head that comes out and just looks very hungrily at you.
Oh. Well, that looks friendly.
That looks very friendly. He's super friendly. You guys should go say hi.
Hi!
I draw my warhammer.
Yeah, I pull out my bow.
Can I try to send my Silenars away from us so that they don't get eaten?
Oh, they're already like, fuck this, we're not going anywhere near that. They have already bolted. If you were on them, then you've probably been tossed to the ground already. Alright, first on deck, we have Hwinnil. How high in the air are you?
I just took off, so I guess maybe 30 feet.
Okay.
How tall is this thing?
That is a very good question. This guy is, this guy is 15 feet tall.
Okay, let's make it 45. I flap a bit more, and use my bow, and I shoot, see, a medical fire arrow at it.
Okay.
I will actually dip it in poison.
Okay.
And it has a DC 11 against the poison.
Alright, that's con. Okay, so that he makes it, but he gets
So it
hit
take-
by the arrow.
Yeah, and then it takes half. Okay, he takes 1 extra.
Okay, so 115 in total. Alright, awesome. Alright, he is mad, but it's Gilroy's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna stand up, glare at my Silenars. I guess I'll, have I ever heard of anything like this before? Like in any book I've ever
Make
read?
This would be, you can roll an Arcana check. If anybody wants to do a nature check, they're more than Arcana or nature.
I'll get in on that. Ha!
It's so unnatural.
Alright, Kilroy and Kafsov. You've heard of beings like this. So there is, in the animal kingdom, there is, dragons all have like a common ancestor. This seems to be has evolved evolved as an offshoot to drakes and wyverns rather than from true dragons. You can tell by its wingless nature that's probably not a true dragon. But you've heard that there are worms that hide in the sand for fresh prey. This looks like the pictures in the book. This is a sandworm. And it's looking very hungry. Would you like to do anything else?
I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost at it.
Okay.
See if that seems effective.
It's effective as it can be. It's reduced by 10, right? Okay.
Sorry, yeah. I don't know why my stupid thing didn't work. I have like a thing that does the spell effect, but it's not working anymore.
Okay. Alright, he does not look happy at all. Would you like to move?
I standing up is like half your move, right?
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna move here.
Alright, sounds good. Alright, this fellow, seeing there is a tasty target in front of him, is going to attempt to bite you. Cast off. So that is a 22 to armor class.
That'll hit.
So that you will take 10 points of piercing damage.
All right.
He's going to, and then emerging from the sand, you see this Stegosaurus-like tail with 2 sets of bony barbs that look like they're dripping some kind of poison. We'll see if I hit first. That is a 23 to armor class.
Yep.
Alright. And that is 10 points of piercing damage. I need you to make a constitution saving throw. And since it's poison and you're a dwarf, you get advantage, I believe.
Yeah, just double checking. Yeah. Yep. Advantage on saves against poison. And poison resistance. Nice. Okay, so you said con?
Yep, I said con. Alright. Unfortunately, that is not enough. So, but you get resistance.
Yep.
Regardless.
Half damage.
So, without it, that would have been 22. So, 22, 11 points of poison damage.
Jeez, okay. Wow.
And I'm just seeing if you... Nope, you do not get that condition. Okay, and you're still standing.
Okay.
Seeing that you might be a little tough, he's going to scoot around you. So, actually... yeah, this is easier for him. He's gonna burrow under you. So you see this very sharp pointed head just dive into the sandy ground. And emerge at the guy who frostbolted him in the face. You could take an opportunity attack if you want.
Can I take an opportunity to run away?
Not you.
Ah.
Alright, you conk him upside the head.
Good.
Alright. Ramus.
Alright, I'm gonna fly up a bit. Oh, there goes my mouse.
Does Ramus just die?
Don't worry about it. You know, it was really unclear. So when I get back in, I'm going to fly up a bit higher, and then I'm going to shoot him with an arrow.
Okay.
Kural, please stay right there so I can get sneak attack on him. You can just, like, stay there for the rest of the fight, right? That won't be a problem?
I'm not Kev Warren.
Yeah, exactly. You can just stay there for the rest of the fight, right?
Please no. I'm already calculating where my Misty Step goes.
Alright, yeah. So I shoot my short bow at him. It does damage.
It does a lot of damage. Alright, he's rightfully pissed at this point.
So I'm gonna move over a bit as well.
Okay.
And up a ways.
Alright. And now it's Kassob's turn.
Great. All right. Well, I will. I'll just get over to here and attack. Or here and attack. And I think that's flanking, right?
Yes, that is flanking.
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice. So 12 points.
Nice.
12 points. All right. So it is Hwinnil's go.
Just of curiosity, does this looks like it has spikes on its back, right?
Yes, very large rib-like, almost similar to like as big as a whale's rib cage, kind of on its back.
Okay. It doesn't have anything on its head.
He has like a kind of like a rhino horn thing going on top of his head.
Okay. Nah, this is a bad point to demonstrate my newfound ability. I will shoot him with an arrow instead.
Okay, sounds good.
A fire arrow worked last time.
Yes,
So-
yes, it looks like he took all of it. So this time he will do.
I forgot poison, so he just takes that.
Okay. He is looking very not good. Okay. Kioroi.
Okay. I heard Remus yell that I should stay in range.
Mm-hmm.
Alright,
Stay
Mr. Stepping away.
Okay. All right.
Does
that does hit? Plus 9. Okay, sounds good. Okay. Sandworm. Who is he more pissed off at? He is a little more pissed. Oh, I see. Okay. How far away are you? Nope. So, cast off. He's gonna burrow again,
Okay.
but he's gonna burrow underneath you. And these spikes come out, protruding on either side of you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Pretty
Okay.
bad.
So let's pretend that you're technically on top of his back at this point.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
we'll do that.
Mhm.
You are restrained, and then the stinger comes at you.
Mm.
And since you are restrained, he gets a better shot at you.
Oh man.
20 to hit?
That'll hit.
Okay. 16 piercing damage. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
You're okay, so it's half to half. So 7 points of poison damage.
Okay.
All right. And for now, you are considered restrained, so you have to make an action on your turn to free yourself.
Got
It'll be a
it.
strength check.
All right. Understood.
Ramus,
Yes.
it is your turn. You see that Kasov is in a cage of spikes.
God damn it, pass off. Okay. I don't really want to get closer to that because I think it'll catch me as well. He's pretty big.
What?
So-
Technically, Kasov is still right next to him.
Yeah. I'm going to apply the theory that the best way to make it stop doing things is to kill it.
Okay. That's usually pretty fair.
Death is the best CC. So, does Kasov give me sneak attack?
Yes, Kasov does give you sneak attack.
Yes, thanks, Kasov. It does
Nice.
not give me advantage.
Yes. So that is 40.
No, it doesn't give me
Oh,
advantage.
it doesn't give you advantage.
I would have to be hiding.
Oh, okay. So that is 22. Alright.
Damn. That would have been so nice.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, it would have been good. Mm.
Before your turn starts, Kasov,
Mhm.
Kilroy, there is some trembling beneath your feet now.
Oh, please no. I don't see any bones, right?
No, you do not see any bones, but emerging from the ground next to you, being
Oh.
drawn to the action that the worm was causing, is our old friend, the land shark.
Hey!
Hey! How you doing?
Not so good.
Let me add him to the order.
Can I, like, indicate that I'm not yummy?
How would you do that?
A wry smile.
Make a persuasion check?
I'm gonna crit it, and it's gonna be the stupidest thing that's not gonna work anyway. Never mind.
No, you look very appetizing, to this person. All right. So he leapt from beneath the ground. I need you to make a strength or dexterity saving throw. It's your choice.
This is a hard choice. Well, maybe I should have gone with strength.
All right. So you are knocked prone. You take 12 points of bludgeoning damage. And you take 12 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
But that's its turn. But Kasov can get out of this.
It did 2/3 of my life, guys.
All right. Well, I will. Yep. Use my turn to use my action to try to break free. So.
Yep. Strength DC strength check.
Strength check.
You are out.
Awesome. Amazing.
So
and
you can move it to a. We'll say you're over there.
okay, perfect. Then I'll also use a bonus action to shout out a healing word
Okay.
to myself.
Okay. Hwinnil.
Okay. Far is that? This is a large creature, right?
Yes.
Okay, I will start by commanding my hippogriff to fly forward. Let's see first how far away I am. How close do I need to be for healing word? Is it 30 feet?
60.
60. Okay, I will start with the healing word at rank 3. On you. And
Thank you, Mr. Muscles.
So spell level. Sorry if this is taking. I haven't used healing word in a while. There. And let's change the healing dices to 3, because that's not gonna matter much. If it even has an increased effect. Yeah, it has.
Yeah, it does.
And so I rolled super low, but that's okay. Now it's kind of normal.
You healed me for 1/3 of my life.
Nice.
Yeah, and Then I command my hippogriff to fly full speed upwards as I shoot this one.
Okay.
So I start with a shot, and that will fire arrow, unpoisoned, and I crit.
All right, 25. And you killed it.
Perfect. And I should fly straight. That easy Pythagoras should place me at around 10 in height, and I can't really show that. How do you show that? Let's take 1 and 11. Yeah, 11 feet up, and I'm here.
Nice.
Okay.
But
Good.
I'm 110 feet up.
Okay, 100
Awesome.
something. Okay. Hi, Kilroy. It's your turn.
All right, I'm gonna stand up, and then Misty step away because no. Then I'm gonna frostbolt this guy.
Okay. So 12. Okay.
And then I'm gonna run away a little bit more.
Okay. And he's dead, and it is Rammus's turn.
All right. I am actually going to go to ground and try and hide behind this. Try and hide behind this cactus.
Okay.
Can I do that from
Yes.
a? Sweet.
It's a very large barreled cactus.
I have a 28 on that. I have advantage on these.
Okay.
And I am going to sneak attack it. Hey!
Ooh, hey, okay, 34. Ow. Okay.
And that will be my turn.
All right. He is gonna go in the ground. And yep. Is that at least? Yep. He's gonna go in the ground. He's gonna pop out next to you. I need you to make. You're probably gonna make it, but I want you to make a dexterity saving throw. You're fine. So you only take. So. 8 points of bludgeoning damage. 5 points of slashing. And you are pushed 5 feet from him.
Okay, I'm gonna uncanny dodge to reduce that.
Okay.
So that was 13 total.
Yeah, that was 13 total.
Okay. Yeah, I might as well.
Okay.
Oh, that's the wrong thing, but you know.
I know what you mean. And that is his turn. Cast off.
All right. Cool. Well, I pretty much just need to cast a Cure Wounds on myself, so that's what I'm doing here. And it's my action, and I'll just move diagonal costs. Diagonal counts as just regular 5 feet?
Yeah, just regular 5 feet.
Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. So I'll get into melee range, at least. That's my turn.
Okay. And Hwinnil.
Does this thing look like it's hurt?
It looks pretty hurt.
Like it would die from an arrow? Do I think that?
Not immediately. Still has some fight left in him.
What the hell? I just shoot it. It's not the opportunity for these shenanigans. I would actually shoot it with not a fire arrow, just a normal arrow.
Okay.
well, it's still a magical arrow, but not as good.
10 points. Okay, awesome.
And then I just hover closer.
Okay. Kilroy.
What's Ray of Frost's range? Does anyone know offhand?
I think it's 60, but I could be wrong.
Okay, I want to move a little forward.
Okay.
Ray of Frost him.
Okay. Alright, that hits.
And then move over here into the road.
Okay. And then it will be Rammus's turn.
All right. Rammus is going to do the disengage. As a bonus action, he's going to actually move around to the. Actually, no, he doesn't have to disengage. He's just going to move around to the other side of the boulette, and he's going to flank with Kassoff. He's going to stab it with his rapier.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is advantage, so now he doesn't look very good.
Excellent.
He doesn't look so good that he. Let's see. No, he's not feeling great. He is going to burrow straight down into the ground. So Kasov and Rammus both get opportunity attacks.
All right.
Unfortunately, Kasov does not hit, but Rammus does, and instead of going into the ground, half its torso is still above ground, it stops moving.
Yeah.
And we are
Nice.
seemingly out of combat.
Nice.
Seemingly.
Seemingly.
I fly up again.
Okay. And then a fourth bullet no.
I fly away and try to herd back the pack animals.
Okay. Roll animal handling. Yeah, you're able to like herd them back into a small group. You know, when they go left, you go right, that kind of thing. You're fine.
Okay. And then I want to harvest this thing.
Okay. We were rolling nature rolls. You saw that it had a stinger for sure. So you can try to get that gland. All right, that's pretty good. So here is the stinger. It has a DC 15. I'll just do this. All right, DC. So that's the poison. I will get you the damage. So it is 5d6 poison damage. Half
Can
it
I
is
extract?
of course.
Can I extract this to make poisons for my arrow?
Yeah. He used a lot during the battle, so you probably only have enough for. Actually, let me see. Use that much. So you probably only have enough for 5 arrows, but you can cork it and use it when you need to.
Okay, good. I will make 5 doses. 50, 56, 5d6 damage. 0. And you can't kill people with that.
Yeah, you can't technically. You can paralyze them.
Yeah. I don't have a cat anymore, I just remembered. My inventory still say I have a cat, and that made me sad now.
Well, maybe you can pick one up when you're in town.
Maybe.
There's always
It's probably gonna be the same cat.
no more talking cat. Okay. So one sec. So you guys continue on, healing yourself after the battle.
There was nothing else but I could harvest for alchemy.
Not really. Sandworms are very similar to that, like, crocodiles. The hide is tough, but not very pliable to make anything with. And, like, parts itself, there's, other than the poison gland, there doesn't look like there's much value to this creature.
Okay.
If you wanted to, you could probably harvest the boulette's hide and make things out of that.
What could I make out of it?
You can make armor. You can definitely make armor for at least one armor's worth for one of your hippogriffs, or for Grim.
Would it increase their AC?
What's their AC now?
You ask so good questions.
Yeah,
2
that's
seconds. The hippogriffs now have 14 and the direwolf has 18. And I think the armors are giving +3 if I don't remember. Exactly. The armors give +3.
It would probably be comparable to the hippogriffs, so probably not as good as what they have now.
Okay. So it would increase with +2 or plus how many from the normal armor class?
Yes.
Okay.
I remember that for boulette hide. Okay. Alright.
Do you think I can have the penny for it?
Pardon?
Do you think I can sell it?
Yeah, you can definitely sell it, especially around this area. Actually, like, Eroda, the sand hunter that you spoke to in Dragon's Reach, he looked like he wore a type of hide armor that made look like it's been made from a boulette of some sort, or some other desert dwelling creature.
Fine, I harvest it then.
Alright,
how long it will take?
So
I don't slow down everyone.
If you have help, it would take you an hour.
Okay, I ask for help.
Okay.
I'll help.
Alright.
Okay.
Sounds good. Alright, so you guys harvest what you need to and head down the road. After a little while, it starts getting dark, so it looks like you might need to find a place to make camp for the night. Does anybody want to do any survival checks to see if they can scout out maybe a good location, or... Okay. I say you find a suitable location. It looks like it is, or once was, part of a mountain range that looks like it's been crushed on one side. There is a little cover from this lip of a cliff that's hanging over it, so I will say that that's probably the spot you have chosen. Does anybody who wants to take what watches, if you're going to have watches?
I can take half night.
Okay. And we'll take half night.
I'll take one of them. I'll take first.
Okay, so 2 hours for Ramus, and will there be That's 6 hours. Does anyone want to do, or you guys just want to do like a 6-hour watch or whatever?
I'll take
Well,
the last. I could take another 2 hours at the end or something.
Okay.
Okay.
We miss Kevmore. He was a masochist who'd stay up and do watches.
Yep.
Kevmorn, still feeling the effects of being kicked in the head by a bone devil, is like, I'll sit this one out, guys. My head still really hurts. I think I'm getting a migraine. All right. Ramus. Let's see. Can you make a perception check for me, please?
And do.
Ramus, you're sitting, just hanging out, probably taking care of your weapon, sharpening your daggers. When you hear something like
Crabby.
Does it sound like anything I recognize?
Doesn't sound like a crab. But it sounds. No, it doesn't really sound like anything you've heard before.
Well, that's ominous. I'm gonna pull out my bell that I carry just in case, and go sneak forward to check it out.
Okay. So you sneak forward to check it out, following the sound of the noise, and when you get about maybe 80 feet away from where this noise may be, you see. Let me show you what you see. Downloads. There we go. You see something that looks like, I'm just gonna make it larger so you guys can see it. See something that looks like that. It looks like a very large stag beetle, but there's this green ooze that's coming out of it.
Is it coming towards us?
It's coming towards your camp. There looks like there are 3 of them, and they're kind of like twitchy, kind of walking towards your camp.
All right, I'm gonna run back to camp and wake everybody up.
Okay. They're over here. Hold on. Yep. They're more back there. They're heading towards you guys. So you guys can situate yourself anywhere on the map where you'd be. You've had a little time to prepare since Ramus has told you, hey guys, there's these really big beetles coming over here. I don't know what they're about, but they're giant beetles.
Yeah, I'd like to climb up on here and see if I can surprise them.
Okay.
Before he climbs up, I cast Pass Without Trace on everyone.
Okay.
Oh, you're the best. Okay. I roll a 41 to hide on top of the ridge.
Okay, that's fun.
I want to hide here in the corner. See what I roll. Probably not 41, but
Probably not.
that's 35.
Nobody
so
sees Hwinnil or Ramus anymore. They've just disappeared in the shadows out of
Also
existence.
I'll also try to hide. $16.
Clink, clink, clink. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, that's 10 higher.
Okay. Hold on. All right. Hwinnil, you are first.
Okay. Not sure I want to do anything yet. I will delay and I will shoot. I will just prepare an action. I will shoot if any of the beetles reaches any of us.
Okay. So you're writing that action. All right.
Yes.
Ramus.
I'm. Am I within like shooting range?
Well, you have a short bow, right? That's 80?
That's 60 feet.
60?
So yeah, I'm within range. I just want to shoot one.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot one.
All right.
I'm gonna shoot the red-nosed one. Okay, it won't let me ping it, but
You want to shoot this guy, right?
yeah, that one.
Oh yeah. You do hit. For
Awesome.
30. When you hit him, that green ichor that you saw him kind of just splatters out a little bit.
I rolled another 41 die. Alright, that's cool.
Alright, and then they are... So, he's gonna start moving this way. So is that... Alright, so he's gonna double move this way, but he can't do anything on his turn. He seems like he knows where you are.
Guess I shoot him.
Okay. This guy's gonna go over here. He's gonna double move to do so. Climbing up. Are you gonna shoot the one next to you or shoot the one next to Ramus?
Well, I
They kind of
prepared
all
to do the...
went simultaneously.
Okay, then probably mine as it approaches.
Okay. This one's gonna go over there. That double moves to you. Alright, so that's 15. Now that these guys are rightfully in your face, you see that this creature, where it had eyes, there is now this green ooze that drips out. The other thing you've noticed is the green ooze looks like the parts where it's just leaking out of the crevices of this stag beetle. It seems to have a mind of its own.
The ooze?
Yeah, ooze.
Okay.
Alright, but they double move to get to where you guys are, so it's Kilroy's turn.
I'm gonna note suck them away. Hopefully.
Okay.
With the time bomb.
Okay.
Just suck in all the ooze and send it somewhere else. Not my problem.
Oh, okay. You could try it. Where are you centering the time bomb? So right there, it looks like. Okay. So they have to make their dex saves. So the first one, second one. First one doesn't make it, second one doesn't make it, so they do both take 28.
Is the ooze considered a loose object?
It looks like it's very situated into the creature, kind of like if you had a hermit crab and a hermit crab shell. You'd have to. It's pretty much part of it. But they take it, but they still look like they are very stable and right there.
Okay, well, I don't want to move out of their attacking. Just like can't do that well time bombing. So I guess I will stand here, stand strong,
Okay.
and like, can I just like glare at Kevmorn's like prone, sleeping, concussed body?
Yes, you can actually. Um. Okay, so Kasov.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna uh, uh, come at them and just attack.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Which
come
one are
down
you gonna
to.
attack?
I'm gonna first move down to here. So I think that would count as flanking.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm swinging my warhammer with both hands.
Okay. All right, you hit. There is a little splashback when you hit the creature, and you take as the hammer comes down. There is some green ooze that kind of like splatters in front of you, and you take 8 points of acid damage.
Okay.
But you did a good chunk of damage, actually.
Okay. Then I'm also gonna use a bonus action to well, did I didn't notice. I forgot to notice. Did Kilroy take damage?
He didn't. They all double moved to get where they were, so
Okay,
none of
that's
them have
okay.
attacked yet.
Okay, cool. That's what I thought. Okay, I just shout a healing word on myself to deal with that acid.
Okay.
Nice. That'll do it.
All right. Hwinnil.
I crash down a tidal wave, 10 feet, 10 feet wide,
Okay.
and this way, so it doesn't hit Casso.
Okay. Sounds good.
And
Very
boom.
precise tidal wave.
Nice.
Yeah. They need to do dexterity save or knocked prone.
First one, second one. They both do not save, so they are both knocked prone.
Can you do reaction when you're prone?
Usually a reaction is when it's not your turn.
Yeah, but I mean, if I move away this, can they attack me back if they're prone? I don't remember.
Yes, they can still attack if they're prone.
But at disadvantage? Or at normal?
I believe it's normal, but I will double check because I only believe prone is only good for like melee advantage against the enemy if they're prone. Pretty sure. There we go. Prone disadvantage on attack rolls. Yeah, he does have disadvantage. My bad.
Alright, I will move like outside of, if you think it's outside the screen like that, move next to him.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 7, because I'm an elf. And he gets an attack opportunity if he wants.
Disadvantage. Alright.
I will also equip sword and shield when I do this.
So he is going to attempt to claw you as you pass. 14 does not hit, so you're good. All right. Ramus.
All right, so I have this beetle in my face.
Yes.
I do not like beetles in my face.
I assumed you didn't.
No, that's not fun. So I'm going to bonus action disengage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take flight and go, say 40 feet up.
Okay.
Then I'm also going to move over a bit. And I'm going to take a shot at... Oh, I get disadvantage on these. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna take a regular short bow shot at the one next to me then.
Okay.
I think I can't get sneak attack if I have disadvantage or something. Damn. I'm gonna have to check that.
I don't actually think it matters. It's just it's disadvantage to hit because the sneak attack damage comes from this instance, not from the advantage part, but from having a close ally.
People nearby. Okay, let's do that then. I'll shoot the one that's between Kilroy and Kassoff.
Okay. All right, you do 21. All right. Yeah, even with the disadvantage, it doesn't matter. All right. The beetle. Okay. Kassoff, you get an attack of opportunity. It's gonna half move. Get
Okay.
up, half move, and skirt around Kilroy.
There it is.
Alright, 12. Hold on, I need to... There we go. I have to adjust his HPs. Alright. Kilroy and Kassoff. Emerging from his mouth, sort of like how Slimer, vomited slime. There is this long acid spray. I need both of you to make dexterity saving throws.
Is this a magical effect?
This is not a magical effect. Alright, you're fine, Kilroy. Okay, now I need another D8. As this geyser full of acid just comes at you. But you're okay.
Ouch.
That's a D6. That's a D8. Okay, here we go. So Kassoff, you take 21 points of acid damage. Kilroy only takes 10.
Only 10. Yes, that's a small number for me.
The other one is going to stand up from prone, and he's gonna... I gotta take that prone symbol off, too. Take the prone symbol off. There we go. And then he's gonna... Definitely smells that Kassoff is a little more hurt.
Yep.
And he is going to make 2 claw attacks in your direction. Nope. He's gonna make a stinger attack in your direction. Nope. Nope.
Okay.
Nothing happens to you.
Okay.
Other than the... The other guy is gonna be like, things are flying. I can't do anything about that. So he's gonna try to attempt to little too far, unfortunately. So he will double move and sit tight. That is their turn. Kilroy.
Okay. Kassoff, how you looking?
A little bloodied, a little beat up pretty bad. Not so bad though, like half health.
You could take a time bomb to the face though, right?
Anyone can, right? Just
okay.
Good.
Time bomb.
I need everyone. Kassoff, make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity save it is, and
I'll fix it after if you don't do so well.
I failed the dex save, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I take 29.
Yes.
I'm at 0.
No!
You knock me unconscious.
So, Kassoff's
Do I hit
unconscious.
Kevmorn? Do I hit Kevmorn? I want to hit Kevmorn with this too.
Hold on.
He's supposed to be doing this. Kassoff's the good guy.
No, you don't hit Kevmorn. I gave you a percentage chance to hit Kevmorn. He's not in that spot. Okay, so the first Beto saves, so he takes 14. So he's... And second Beto doesn't save, so he takes the full 29. And third Beto doesn't save as well, so he takes the full 29. They are still all up.
Oh no, this was terrible.
Castle, I need you to make a death saving throw.
That's correct. All right.
Oh no.
I'm sure it's worth it.
You're
Okay.
fine.
One success. Okay.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna make that a 14.
Well, no, you just saw, like, Kilroy panic, throw a time bomb in the middle of these beetles with Kasov in it.
Okay. Can you part as a move action drag a person?
Yeah, but from when you're dragging the person, it'll be half movement.
Alright. It's okay. I use one movement to stand between the beetles. Then 2 movements to go here and drag him with me.
Okay.
I weigh like 150 pounds or something, which is pretty big for a 4'2" height.
You can still drag
Well,
it.
I only have to drag you 1 square. That's what I want to do. And then I am going to make a ring. Hopefully a ring. This doesn't fail me. That. And let's see, that's 5, 10, 15, 20. And that ring will be placed like this.
Okay.
So it affects 3 of them, but not him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna be volatile to stand in this, on these squares and on the inside. I'm choosing the inside as being volatile. I'm using a wall of fire.
Okay, wall of fire. There's a
Nice.
wall of fire that emerges.
Yes. And as a bonus action, they have to do a DC save to
DC.
take half damage.
Okay. With the must make a dexterity saving throw. Okay, dexterity saving throw. First guy at the top, second guy, third guy. Alright, so the first one takes 11. He is dead. There is a horrifying squishy sound as the carcass literally falls apart. The other one takes full, so that is 23. He is also dead. He's burnt. And then the third one takes half, so that is there. Alright, he is still up though, but the other 2 have been incinerated.
We don't no longer have pass without trace, by the way.
Okay.
Ramus.
Alright. I'm going to I'm going to take a sneak attack shot at the one next to Kazov. Hopefully stop it from attacking him.
Okay. Yeah, that definitely hits. 24. It is still up, but barely.
Damn. Okay. I don't think I have anything creative that I can do on this coming term, Kasov, so
Should I make like a persuasion check to get it to attack me? Be like, I am so juicy and good.
It's not your turn, it's the Beto's turn. And the Beto, you're on the ground too, right? At this point, Hwinnil?
Yes.
Alright, so
So we're both gonna get acid sprayed, probably.
Probably. So Hwinnil, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
I fail.
Okay, and Kasov is going to take 2...
Wait, I'm awake.
Yeah,
He-
2 death saving throws. Are
No,
you awake?
Yeah, sorry, Hwinnil healed me.
Oh, right. I didn't hear that. Okay, sorry. Alright, so unfortunately both of you take acid to the face. That is so yeah, that's 20 points of acid damage.
Unconscious again.
Okay. And that's its turn. It's Kilroy's turn.
Alright, I'm going to move over to Kasov and heal him. Revert the badness that happened to him.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Nice. Very cool.
26 HP?
Nice, thanks.
Which is almost as much damage as I did to you.
Yep.
You almost
I
made
guess
up
that's-
for it. Is that your turn?
I'm gonna move another 5 steps a little away from him.
Okay. And cast off.
Did I get an attack of opportunity? No, just kidding. No, I'm gonna stand up and step over to here and attack.
Okay.
Like, my friend is the only one who's allowed to kill me. Ah.
Unfortunately, you missed.
Okay. That's all I do.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. That's not all. That's not all I do. I still have a bonus action.
Yes.
So
Healing word.
you got it.
Okay. Bueno.
Okay, it was very volatile to actually hit this. Then I got acid, and I don't like acid. I'm probably like screaming right now.
Yeah. There's multiple screams going on right now.
I don't have any small spells prepared, so why not take a large spell, I guess? I drop another tidal wave on him
Okay.
for good measures.
Okay.
Nice.
I mean, he dies. He just collapses and just gets washed away with the tide. Bits
Yeah.
of Beto just with this dried up looking ichor at this point is just washed down past you guys.
And I used the water to clean off the acid.
Okay.
Wait!
Nice.
No, the poison. Damn man, you changed our dragon armor. So mean.
If you want poison, then you're gonna have to find a green, right?
Yeah, but it was,
I used to have poison armor. I thought I paid some money to have that like combined with my red dragon stuff.
I have a green and red dragon. I have like multicolored scaled armor. So I had, but it was before against acid, but I think it's against poison now because it was changed because it was a green dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like we did combine the two into one set of armor, right? That was a thing that we paid to do.
Yes.
Okay, good.
So I have poison and fire that I am resistant.
Nice.
Okay.
Both pretty good things to be resistant to.
Those are pretty good things to be resistant to.
Yeah, I think I will heal myself, trying to close the wounds on this acid menace.
Acid.
Does- Does Kasov look
shit.
A-okay now?
I don't know, Castle, how do
Yeah.
you look?
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty
Okay.
good, actually. Yep.
If you're not perfect, then one more.
No, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. Okay, now I'm perfect. Thanks.
I want to harvest this acid. It was super effective.
Okay. Just roll like a nature check to collect it. I'll see how much you have.
I use guidance in this roll.
All right. You can get a healing potions bottle's worth. A lot of it has been, sprayed around by time bomb and lit on fire. But it is it's 48 half damage. Hold on, I'll just paste it in the
I get one dose of that.
yeah. And you could just use it to just splash it on somebody if you want. You know, just throw it in their face.
Yeah. I throw it at Killer. No, maybe not yet, but soon.
Just to test it, you know.
I mean, if you rolled really good damage, that would just kill me.
I assume you guys go back to sleep.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yep.
12 more skitter haunts come. No, I'm good. All right.
I've
So-
got 2 first level spells left for the day because I haven't rested yet.
Yeah.
The rest of the night passes without incident.
Yay.
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 And you guys start making your way to Kural. So, a day later, you guys arrived to what looks like a very, very large city. Yeah, very large port city. The walls look like they're made out of. The walls are about 15 feet tall. They look like they're made out of a sandstone-like material, and it looks like the wall has been repaired countless times. There's even still scaffolding on parts of the wall that need to be patched up. Um, Behind the wall, out to the ocean, you see there are these tall ships that come in and out of port. Um, there is a looks like there is a small skyship port a little distance away from Corel. But right now it doesn't look like it's in use. There are no airships docked there currently. Um, as you approach, there are 2 individuals in front of the gate, in front of this very large, sturdy, metal reinforced wooden gate that they're dressed in a high leather armor that looks like it's made out of a chitinous material from some type of insect or arachnid, and one of the individuals wearing a leather cap stops you guys and says, "Welcome to Corral. State your business."
I kind of just push Kev more into the front.
All right.
Talk. Talk good, please.
Don't I always? Kevin Moore says, "Yes. We are here because. Why are we here again?
We found that creepy letter.
Oh, right. I at this point he takes out his holy symbol. I am a member of the Eternal Flame. The Eternal Flame. I am. We came across some. Actually, I'm gonna roll a persuasion check for him. He's gonna try to talk good. He may not talk good. Skills. Persuasion. The guard looks at him. The guard looks at him, and he kind of like tilts his head, and then he looks at the rest of you, and then he looks back at Kevmorn, and he says, "Well, that's all well and good, I suppose. Just stay out of trouble while you're here." And it looks like the guard doesn't really believe his story completely, but he's like, if just just don't cause trouble in this town, please. And he just lets you all through. Kevmorn is like, oops. I don't know what I was supposed to say.
That's okay.
Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Like, I'm really sorry about that. Kural is a large city when you enter it. Most of the buildings here are only at most 3 stories tall, like 3 floors tall. Um, all of them look like they're low to the ground, built out of some type of sandstone. Um, there looks like there is, judging from where people are going, there looks like there is just walking through. You hear there's a market in town called the Azur district. There is the docks. There is a no district for government. It looks like this town is large enough to have individual districts for um, portions of the city that do a certain type of business. What did you guys want to do?
Well, I think what Hwinnil is looking for if there is if the guards are on high alert and things like that, if something is about to go down or if something has happened recently. Because
Did you want to talk to the guards? Did you just want to kind of listen? Like,
I would start with listen, I think, and just observe how the movements are. Are there tons of guards on the walls? Are they on edge?
okay. Just give me a perception check then.
I'm bad at those. See?
Yeah, sure you are.
Yeah. It's hard to tell since you haven't really been in the city before if they're on more high alert than usual, but there are definitely guards on the walls, and there are this looks like a very active um place for military operations. You even see among a lot of the city guard, there are a lot of priests and a few individuals that look like they have Kevmorn's religious symbol, like doing patrols and marching about. There are even priests that are giving, you know, small small sermons to groups of 3 or 4 people about the order of the eternal fire.
Okay. Well, in that case, I will make sure that my elf ears are hidden well, and I will go and talk to some guards.
Okay. Did anybody else want to do something?
I'd kind of like to just listen to the people.
All right. You roll perception.
And maybe find a quiet tavern or something and listen in a corner.
All right. So as you guys are walking through the city, trying to find a tavern and maybe try to talk to some guards, it catches your attention that there is something happening in the town square. Um, some people seem nervous, some people seem excited.
It's gonna be gruesome execution, isn't it?
Well, from what you guys are hearing, it's one of their weekly burnings.
Oh. Oh, good.
Weekly burnings, that sounds ominous.
Weekly. Apparently, this week's burning includes a changeling, actually.
Interesting. Kevmorn, do these sound like is this a regular thing that your order does?
Kevmore just looks at you and kind of looks at the rest of the town. There's a little bit of. He looks a little horrified. He's like, back where I come from, we did not have weekly burnings. We didn't have any burnings at all. This is. Maybe this is common in this region? He looks like we've never done anything like this before.
Okay. Let's go, I kind of want to go check out the burnings now. See what we can learn there.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll join you.
All right.
Alright, so Kaslov and Ramus are gonna go check out the burning. Hwinnil's gonna go talk to a guard. Killer, what do you want to do?
There's no like libraries or books of places of learning in this town, is there?
Well, if you ask around or if you try to listen, there is one place actually. It is actually Kural. Here you go. Hwinnil University is the place of learning. So RITLIN. There's a university here. For mostly it's philosophy based. There's some magic that happens there, but it's mostly, it sounds more of a. I guess the closest thing I could think of is it's like a liberal arts institution.
Oh, okay, go to the tavern then. They won't have interesting books, I don't think, on magic.
Okay. Maybe not, but definitely like very philosophical. Alright, so you're gonna go find a tavern, Hwinnil's gonna go talk to a guard, and Ramus and Kassoff are gonna go watch the weekly burning. Okay, awesome. Hwinnil, it's easy to track down a guard. They're all around patrolling around the city. You run into this individual who has who doesn't have a skull cap. He has so many he has such long dreadlocks that he wraps it around his head with this blue piece of cloth. It looks like he is in hide armor that's a little more ornate than the other individuals in the city. And when you flag him down, he, turns with this curious look and he says, is there something I can help you with?
Yes, I'm kind of new in this town. I just wondered, how is it going? Is it a lot of action happening, or if it's kind of nice and quiet?
Oh, you must be very new to the region. Right now we have a conflict with one of the local entities around this region. Have you heard of the Slave King?
It rings a bell, but I haven't heard much about it.
Okay. Well, he's an individual right now that is stirring up trouble with a lot of the local nobility in this northern region. We're actually on pretty high alert. You must have just come in from either one of the ships, I assume, or just haven't been traveling this region more. Yeah, I mean, we occasionally get your kind here because we're so close to the north. But yeah,
I have hidden that I don't look like an elf, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, you don't look like you're just hiding. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Slave King has been causing a lot of trouble here. We've been dealing with his forces every so often, but he hasn't attacked in the past month. But we're on high alert. The and he gestures to a couple men of the cloth walking by. We have an order here called the Order of the Eternal Flame that helps with our patrols and with our military forces as well as keep the local riffraff off the streets. Um, as you may have heard, they do weekly burnings to get rid of the undesirables from our city.
When did they start doing that?
Oh, they've always been doing this for as long as I can remember. I mean, I attended my first burning when I was a lad of 8 years old, I believe. This guy, by the way, the guy you're talking to looks like he's probably in his early 20s.
Okay.
But yeah, they've been so for me. But me ma and pa have been attending the burnings on occasion. So, the past probably 30 years or so.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, one week is a changing, the next week it's a witch. You know, you find a lot of undesirables in the city.
I see. I do you take any like bounty hunting works and stuff like that, or hire swords or something to help with some of these activities? Not burning, but I mean with the Slave King.
Oh, yeah, of course. We if you go and he gestures to a large gray building close by to the docks, he says that there are yeah, sorry, ma'am. Our barracks are over there. If you talk to um Captain Niley, Nali, she is the captain of our guard. She occasionally assigns, if people are interested, occasionally assigns duties to mercenaries. A lot of times they're criminals that have escaped, or there are certain individuals that we have contracts for their heads, or on occasion the wayward beast that is attacking um, farmsteads near the oases. Um, you can definitely find work there if you or you know a group that's able-bodied.
Okay. What's the price on the Slave King's head?
The stars on the Slave King's head now. Um, well, any information on the Slave King that leads to capture of or information on any camps nearby. Usually we give for tips 100 gold pieces, but for his head right now, I believe he is worth last time I looked it up, he was worth 50,000 gold pieces.
Okay. Well, thank you for this information. I think I have a lot of meat on the bone now, so to say. I would think I'll go and see this burning and see what it's about, but I might come by the barracks later.
All right. Like I said, Captain Nali she's always looking for individuals, so you have a good day, ma'am.
You too. Bye bye.
He nods and he walks off in the opposite direction of the burning. Looks like his patrol route is taking him elsewhere.
Okay.
At the burning, Ramis and Kasov, you are kind of hanging back a little bit. There is a large square with actually two large pyres that look like they have the one individual looks like a human male. Looks like he is in his mid 40s, balding with a mustache. Um, he looks like he has gotten the crap beat out of him. His orbital eye socket's definitely been like hammered in by some kind of bludgeoning weapon. His eyes swelling shut. There is blood, dried blood that is on his right shoulder, and he's tied up to a large wooden pole with the kindling around him. The other individual in the pyre next to him is a woman. She has grayish white skin, um, black eyes, like just completely black. No pupil, no iris, just completely black. She looks like she's gotten the shit beat out of her too. There is this individual in what looks like scale armor. Um, in it has a blue sheen on it, and there is a symbol, very very similar to what Kevmorn wears. Just this flame emblem emblazoned onto the tabard in front of the scale mail. Uh, has multiple scars on his face. The most prominent one being a three-clawed scar that runs from mid cheek down to the corner of his mouth, down to his chin. Just looks like something just clawed his face, clawed half his face off. And he says to the crowd that it's a large crowd at this point, probably 40 to 50 individuals watching. There are even some kids, little kids in the front, probably about 6, 7 years old. Um, and he says these two have been sentenced to death by burning. The individual here, known as Davari Ali, has been accused and found guilty of harboring this changeling, and he gestures over to the woman in disgust. Um, and he says he says a few more things about the vileness of creatures such as she. And while he's talking, you see that other members of the Eternal Flame are putting down this clearish, looks pretty much it's burning oil around the kindling, and
Does he mention the changeling's name?
he doesn't mention the changeling's name. He during the his speech, he refers to the changeling at first as a woman, but as he rambles on, more of an it.
Okay.
Um, you see that the man on the pyre actually starts crying, and the changeling, the changeling shouts, "I only wanted to live peacefully with you. I never wanted anything else." But unfortunately, her cries fall onto deaf ears. Um, the man that was speaking, the man that was part of Eternal Flame, goes over and takes a torch from one of his attendees, and he sticks the torch head onto the kindling, and it just lights up, and the changeling and the man start screaming as they are being burnt alive. Um, after the screaming stops, the crowd starts to disperse. And Hwinnil, you catch, probably you were talking to the guard for a bit. If you went to the burning, you caught one. He was putting the flame to the kindling and it erupting.
Okay.
So most of the crowd disperses at this point, and there are two charred bodies um, on dying flames just there.
Okay. I look for if I know anyone, if I can see the rest of the party that are there.
You could probably see them. You see Kasov and Ramis kind of just hanging back. Not part of the main crowd, probably.
Yeah.
Alright, I go over there. So, who got burned?
Someone named Navari. And, a changeling woman.
Yes, yeah.
Beat to shit and burned at the stake.
Yes, yeah.
Fucking paladins.
Yeah, did they read out what crimes they did, or just for existing?
The man was there for sheltering her. She was there just for existing, it sounded like.
Apparently the guards, this town has a problem with the slave king attacking from now and then. They have a really hefty price on his head, many tens of thousands of gold.
Okay.
They have bigger problems than just that.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. Well. So, how evil do you think this Eternal Flame Order in this specific town is?
I mean, pretty evil.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure what their reasons are. Some people are led to do things for the right reasons, but the wrong actions. I don't know.
I don't see much of a right reason over there. I'll gesture at the stakes.
Yeah, they have apparently been burning people like this every week for 30 years.
That's a bit before the Slave King came around, I think.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, but it always sounds bad when they keep consistent. They always find someone every week.
Yeah. Well, our notes from the camp mention the order and something that they're doing, and some sort of corruption in it.
Yeah.
As well as somebody named Lady Rika, who they're wary about. I think our next move should be to try and find her.
Yeah. It sounds like... I don't know. Lady Rika seems like to be the good person.
Yeah.
That they had to stop because she was suspicious.
Yeah.
And they seemed to have successfully infiltrated Eternal Flame. It just takes time to get everyone on the right side of the boat, for they to say. So I guess they would need a cleansing of some sort.
We could cleanse them with fire. That would be appropriate, I think.
Well, we would not want to burn the innocents that are in it. We can't just say that some are rotten and burn them all. That would make us no better.
Yeah.
Well, if we find Lady Rika, we might be able to bring these notes to her attention, and maybe we will win her trust, and she will tell us what she knows, and maybe we can make this go away.
Yeah, let's try her.
I would guess she's connected to the order somehow.
Yeah,
true.
for sure.
Okay. Cure, you're looking for a tavern, right?
Yep.
All right. So there are several taverns in the area. If you talk to a few of the locals, there is the Lewd Mermaid by the docks. There is the Skittering Haunt. Sounds like a middle class establishment that is near the center of town by the market. And there is the Dragon's Nest near the government district.
I might go to the Dragon's Nest then.
Okay.
Just because I like the name and Rumor might get a kick out of it.
Okay.
Even though Rumor is technically a fiend.
Rumor is like, ever since you've gotten into town, Rumor has been a little bit on edge. He's been getting very weird looks from some of the locals, and and also he also mentions that the smell of burnt wood is not really setting well with him because this place has weekly burnings. So he doesn't know how they'd feel about a fiend being in their city.
Well, he looks like a pseudo dragon, so everything's fine.
Everything's fine. So he still is a little bit on edge. Okay. But
does he want to is the government district close to where they do the burnings? Like they've got like that.
It's closer to the market area, so it's in the town square. But yeah, the Dragon's Nest and the Lewd Mermaid are both further away from the town square.
Okay, so the Dragon's Nest is fairly the Skittering Haunt is the one that's really close to the town center, and then the Dragon's Nest is kind of a little farther away.
Yes.
All right, so Dragon's Nest would probably be better then.
All right, so you head to the Dragon's Nest. It's pretty quiet right now. It's midday, so lunch probably just happened, and maybe a couple people cleared out to go watch the burning. And behind the counter is a very thin old man. Looks like he's in his probably early 70s. A very dark skin, very wrinkled, dressed quite neatly. Has a collared off-white shirt. Has a black apron, and he's just washing a few mugs in front of, just wiping them dry, and it's pretty quiet. Oh, hello there, young man. Do you need anything?
I was wondering if you had any food, and food for my friend.
He looks very. We do have food. The special today is a roasted duck breast with lemon thyme and sage with a orange glaze, and he just keeps on. He's not even looking at you. He's just staring at the pseudo dragon at this point. If you are more of a herbivore, I'm not saying that your friend there's an herbivore. We do have a lovely seaweed salad made from sea lettuce from the ocean with bits of white fish. If that's not your style, we do have the assorted breads and cheeses if you feel like picking.
You wouldn't happen to have some hummus and flatbreads, would you?
Oh, pita and yes, of course we do. Um, do you have a preferred flavor of hummus? We have some with sun-dried tomatoes. We have some with garlic. We have some with parsley and garlic.
Bring me one of everything, and then the duck for my friend.
Okay, will do. Would you like anything to drink with that?
Do you have any catnip tea?
We have mint tea.
That sounds good.
Okay, I will. I'll bring that to you right away, sir. Just kind of like backing away from the pseudo dragon and just going into the kitchen and yelling at the cooking staff.
Did I hear what they're saying?
Uh, yeah, you pretty much hear him yell, one order of duck, hummus, and hurry up with that tea. He's just shouting orders at the kitchen
Okay.
staff. Yeah. Um, and he brings out your food. It says, altogether that will be 8 silver pieces.
Oh, I think I have silver. And I'll grab 8 silver pieces and give them to them.
Okay. Thank you very much. Sure. Let me know if you need anything else, and enjoy your meal. So just as you and Rumor are beginning to eat, somebody walks into the tavern. It's a woman. She has dark tan skin, long, crinkly black hair, just dressed in what looks like a robe that could be that looks like it was made out of a potato sack, pretty much. Same material, burlap. And she doesn't take a seat next to you, but she takes a seat one seat away from you at the bar. And when the bartender goes over to her, she says, 1 glass of water, some bread, some hummus, and that's it. And she gives him like 2 silver pieces, and he goes and gets his order. And she kind of hunches over. She takes out what looks like a satchel, a very large satchel, and she takes out a very thick blue leather tome book out, and she sets it onto the table, and she opens the page and starts running the tips of her fingers at the top of the left page, and just runs her fingers down. At that point, you notice that the whatever material this ink is raised slightly on the book. And you also notice that she's not even looking at the book. She's just running her hands down the page.
That's weird. I'm going to begin a ritual.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Comprehend Languages.
Okay. Um. Okay.
I think I have to actually touch the book to see it, but like I could go over and like what you're reading and then finger on the page.
All right. As soon as you start casting the ritual, the woman turns her head in your direction and she says, "You know, if you were curious, you could have just asked me."
Ask you what?
What I was reading.
Oh. What are you reading?
Well, it might be a little complicated for somebody like you, but I am currently reading at the get the actually I have the name of the book. I have the name of what she has in her. The nature of the quantum stream and its purpose. Does that sound like something you'd be interested in?
I can't say it's not. Can I roll something to see if I've actually heard of this book?
Roll a history check, I'd say. Okay. Um, you've actually have heard of this book. It's one of the very few books that Avalarian actually wrote. Um, and it's just kind of like an introduction to some of the theories behind chronomancy. Not actual practices, but the theories behind it.
So are you trying to know time magic? I know time magic. Wait, here, let me hit you.
And at that point, she turns, and when she finally she got turned her head to the side just to have her ear in your direction. Now that she is fully turned to you, you see that her eyes do not have pupils. Like whatever pupils she had or didn't have, they are non-existent. Her eyes are a actually, one sec. Let me get her description up. Her eyes are a very light brown. But they have no pupils at all. Did you say you were going to hit me?
Yeah, and then I can reverse it. I hit you. Just let me hit you, and then I can reverse it.
Are you trying to flirt with me?
What? I don't understand. I just need to hit you so you can see my magic.
Oh, see, that's so funny, isn't that? Isn't it?
A little bit because of your eyes? Do you find that funny?
At this point, she's just shaking her head. Then she starts laughing. Oh, you actually don't know, do you? You're really not from around here.
No?
My name is Kilia. I'm and since you're not from around here, the name doesn't mean anything to you. They call me Kilia the Blind.
That's an original nickname.
Yes, I got it because of my eyes.
Okay, but now I have to hit you.
Why do you have to hit me? Enlighten me.
Because then I can show you the magic.
The magic of what?
Time.
So you claim to be a chronomancer.
I don't claim to be. I am a chronomancer.
Oh. All right. So you're gonna hold on. She takes her hand and she goes onto the surface of the table until she finds a slightly serrated butter knife that's used to put hummus on her bread, and she hands it to you. Just use this. You don't have to hit me with anything. Just scrape my hand a little bit.
Okay. And then
Or would you
will...
rather do you want me to do it to myself?
Oh, that works. Yeah, then I don't. Then people won't say I hit blind people.
Yes, because we don't need anybody spreading rumors about you hitting a blind woman. All right. So she makes a cut on her left wrist. Okay.
All right, I will then leave. No, I will revert time on her.
That's pretty impressive. What's your name?
Not Killjoy.
Okay, so that's not your name, but what is your name?
Kilroy.
Kilroy. All right. Nice to meet you, Kilroy. Well, since you know a little bit something, I guess we could talk.
I just wanted to read your book. I didn't say I wanted to talk to you.
Wow.
I mean, it's not that I don't want to talk.
Ruber's like halfway into his duck, and he, takes, swallows his bite and just looks at you and just shakes his head.
What's your favorite hummus?
You are so good at this.
If only the rest of the party could be here right now. Kilia says, my favorite hummus is the garlic, with a little of olive oil.
I will, try some of that and be like, that's okay.
Alright. She gets up. She sits next to you. She slides the book over. You can take a look at it if you want.
Alright.
You probably could get through it faster than I could.
I mean, yeah, probably. That's not to say that you're stupid, but... Okay, I'm gonna read.
You read. I'm gonna have a lovely conversation with the little creature on your shoulder.
Wait, you can't see. How did you know it was there?
I see in different ways.
Pardon?
I heard your creature eating.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I have other senses, you know.
I assumed you had taste, but just not very good one. Except for the book.
I mean, she's talking to you, isn't she?
Wait, who was that? Just like looking around, like Ramus in my head.
Ramus is already speaking in your head.
That's why I almost called myself Killjoy.
She says, well, I have taste, I have hearing, and by smelling you, it smells like you need a bath. It smells like you've been in the desert for a few days.
1 second, and I will precipitation myself clean.
She just shakes her head. Back to the rest of you guys. All right, so what are you guys gonna do?
I don't know.
Well,
Yeah,
not sure what to do really. Just other than we were gonna look for that lady from the note.
Oh, Lady Rika?
Yes, Rika.
Yeah.
Right.
her.
Okay.
So do you guys want to ask around, or do we know anything about her?
We know literally nothing about her.
Okay.
Where's Kevborn? Does he know anything about our?
Yeah,
Kevborn's been like horrified next to you the whole time, just looking around at what this order is.
Yep. Okay. And well, I guess that we should probably ask somebody about Lady Rika, but we should probably keep it sort of on the down low, because I don't think that we want to end up being the next ones put onto the burning of the week. So
No, I don't. That would be.
so let's not draw too much attention to ourselves or ask the wrong people. So who do you think we should ask about Rika? If they've heard of her or know who that is.
We could
You
ask.
should ask a bartender.
We could also ask at taverns.
That's a good
I
idea.
know Kilroy was going to look for one. We should see if we could find this tavern that did that.
Yeah, let's look for taverns.
All right. You know 3 taverns after talking to the locals: the Lewd Mermaid, the Skittering Haunt, and the Dragon's Nest. Since I assume you guys want to be as far away as the market square as possible, where you guys just witnessed a burning, you guys could either head to the Lewd Mermaid or the Dragon's Nest.
You'll probably go to Dragon's Nest.
Probably.
Probably. Okay.
I don't think Kilroy would go to somewhere called the Lewd Mermaid.
All right. When you guys get to the Dragon's Nest, you guys and 2 individuals at the bar and the bartender and the old thin man are the only occupants, other than maybe 1 or 2 waitresses that look like they're bored. But there you see Kilroy talking to a woman who is dressed rather plainly. And it looks like Kilroy is looking at a book, and the woman, the dark-haired woman, seems to be talking to his familiar.
Can I change disguises to one that Kilroy hasn't seen and go ask the bartender?
Yeah, sure.
About Rika?
Yeah. What are you gonna disguise as?
I'm gonna lose probably 3 inches, gain about 15 pounds, so about 5'11", a little bit chubby, blonde hair, brown eyes, human.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm gonna go talk to the bartender.
Okay.
Hi!
He says, Welcome to the Dragon's Nest, sir. How can I help you today?
I'd like a beer,
Okay.
and I wanted to ask you, you ever heard of somebody named Lady Rika?
He goes to the tap and, he pours what looks like um, a palish yellow beer, and he puts it on on the counter, and he says, Lady Rika is actually the noblewoman who actually runs the city of Kural. You
Oh,
must be new around here. Your garb is a little, you know, Eastern continent, I assume.
disguise self covers my clothes as well, I think.
Okay. So are you dressed
So,
as the traditional garb, or?
yeah, I'd be in local
Okay,
clothes
so local.
or
So,
disguised as local.
okay, then he'd probably say something. So you must not be from the city. Lady
Lady
Rika is the noblewoman who runs Corral.
Oh, okay.
Are you a merchant? Did you want to maybe start a store here, or charter a ship or something like that?
I've been looking to make some trades here for a little while. I'm actually coming up from Fort Granite.
Oh, I see, I see. Yes, Corral is known for that, of course.
Mhm.
Um, Usually Lady Rika doesn't do the um trading contracts herself. She usually has one of her one of the some of the individuals that work for her do that, but I mean, she's usually like, if the trade contract is important enough, I could see her getting involved in something like that.
Hmm, interesting. All right. Um, thank you very much.
Nope,
And
no
thank you
problem
for
at
the
all.
for the beer, my friend.
No problem. That will be one silver.
I'll drop them too.
All right. He takes it and he puts it in his pocket. You have a nice day.
You too. I'm just gonna stay at the bar next to Kilroy and the other woman
Okay.
and just listen to them for a little bit.
All right. Um. Kilia says to you, Kiroi. So where are you from?
Al Gore, best place on earth. I mean, that's not to say that your town isn't a shithole.
Well, I was born in Algor.
Oh,
Yes.
why did you come here?
Um, let's just say that Algor didn't have. It's very hard to explain. But I needed something that Algor couldn't provide.
That's not possible. Al Gore has everything.
Wow, you really think of them above everybody else, don't you?
I mean, it's a fact, isn't it? Oh wait, that's. I mean,
It's
this
all
hummus is good.
it's all right. It's fine to have pride in one's country. Nationalism is very common in Algor among the people. Uh, but yeah, they couldn't provide me with certain things, so I had to. I wasn't. It's not that I had to leave. It's somebody helped me find whatever I needed outside of Algor.
Oh, what did you need?
Um, I needed somebody to teach me how I could live in this world without eyes.
Oh, Why didn't you just fix them?
They tried. I had this condition since I was born.
Okay. Well,
You're not very good at this talking thing, are you?
not really, no.
It's alright. I understand. Enjoying the book?
It's interesting. I like reading it again. I think this is a different version than the one I read.
Um, I mean, how long ago did you read this particular book?
What year is it?
It is. I always forget the year. Currently it is timeline. It is two. I think so. 2-1. It is 2832.
I think it was 2822.
You don't sound that old. Unless my ears are playing tricks on me again.
I mean, maybe I'm mistaken about the time.
Time does fly by, doesn't it?
Yeah. Do you have that issue where you like have problems with time because time travel and
I've never, to be quite honest, I may have led you astray. I don't practice chronomancy myself. My magic and unfortunately I wouldn't be able to practice chronomancy. But I do have, you know, abilities that are magical, but they're not traditional.
that sounds interesting. Like what do you do?
Uh, how can I? How do I explain this to
Do I need
someone?
to get the knife?
No, you don't need to get the knife. Ramus, what are you doing while you're hearing this?
I'm just drinking my beer. I'm just listening to them, listening to Kilroy fail, yet somehow this woman keeps talking to him.
um. Well, um, my my order, or the person, there used to be an order, but now it's only a few people. I've been, how do I explain this? Well, I guess I could show you. I mean, it's not too big of a deal. Um, so I have an idea. Tell me when you're ready to get to the next page of your book.
Uh, okay.
And when you are, just let me know.
Okay.
All right. So she, right in the middle of when you're reading, she she wiggles her fingers towards your book, and and several pages just flip on their own to a completely different chapter than what you were reading.
That's not very useful at all. Your magic is terrible.
Ah.
You really need to get your eyesight fixed so you can learn chronomancy.
Ah. Yes, because moving things with my mind is not impressive enough, is it?
Well, I mean, I guess it's impressive, but you know, like, it's just I can do that. I think. I can turn people into dragons.
She just her eyebrows, like, she's not looking at you, but her eyebrows raise a little bit. Dragons.
Well, people make fun of them, but they're dragons.
They make fun of them, but they're dragons.
Uh,
Okay. Okay, how about I show you one other thing? Okay?
okay.
All right.
I have like the butter knife out, like confused, like and still might need it.
You're not gonna need the knife.
Oh, you can't see that. You heard the knife?
I heard you. I have very sensitive hearing.
You can hear knives. That's a useful skill. I would never get stabbed if I could hear knives.
Make an intelligence saving throw. Alright, so you kind of felt like there's this, like... It felt like your brain was getting rattled for a second, but you were able to stave off whatever effect that would have had against you.
Wait, are you trying to teach me how to hear knives?
No, I was trying to... You know what? Alright, I'll try one more thing.
I will purposely put the knife down so she can't hear it.
Okay. She closes her eyes. And she puts her hand... You know, she doesn't reach out to you, but she puts her, like, hand in your direction. And I want you to make 3 intelligence saving throws. So you didn't make the third one. Alright, so... Alright, so you start having this idea in your head. And then she says, you're probably thinking something right now. I want you to say what new idea you had. And what happens is there is an idea that forms in your head. And the phrase is actually this. You don't know why you just thought of it now? I'm just sending it to you because apparently this did not copy and paste. Because it's definitely not something you'd say. You kind of believe it, but at the same time you're like, wait.
Wait, so you can... You're not a nice person, are you?
And she just starts laughing. Well, I mean, don't worry, that will only last a few hours.
But why would I think that? That is the opposite of what I think.
Because I put it there, sweetheart.
Why are you putting things inside me?
She turns her head towards your direction, Ramus, the disguised you. Just shakes her head.
Hi.
Look, I'm sorry I put that idea in your head. I just wanted to prove that I could do it.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's a phantom idea. It will only last an hour.
An hour?
An hour. I mean, if you were a weaker of mind, I would have been able to put 2 other additional ideas in your head of yours.
Wait, what were you trying to put in my head?
Well, the first one was I had porridge for breakfast, but I didn't really know if you had porridge for breakfast or not. And then the second idea I wanted to put in your head is I failed to save my village from orc marauders, therefore I'm a coward.
Wait, how does that make you a coward? Orc marauders are scary.
Oh, jeez.
He's right.
He is right. Orc marauders can be scary. But that's what I do. That's my ability. I meld the mind. I make it what I want it to be.
That seems like you could do some terrible things.
You can do some pretty terrible things with it. But you could do some good things with it too.
Do you think you could hypothetically make the slave king guy stop doing what he's doing?
Probably not. Sounds like the slave king could eat me for breakfast.
Oh.
I mean, I don't even know who this guy is.
I don't think anyone knows who he is. I just know that he's a bad guy.
I mean, you could... I mean, you could say he's a bad guy, but some people don't view him that way, especially some of the slaves around here.
I mean, I guess it's good that they're no longer slaves, but like...
Oh, you're from Al Gore. You haven't been here that long. Oh, that's precious.
What do you mean? Like it's valuable?
No, I mean, slavery is legal here.
Yeah, that's kind of stupid. Like, why would you just do what somebody else tells you to do?
Because you probably don't want to get beaten half to death for not doing it.
Okay, but why don't you just run away?
Well, then you get slave hunters after you, and I hear they do not very nice things to you when they catch you. It's a horror story.
Such a weird concept. Like, how do they justify that? That's a person.
You know, I don't know. I mean, the Western continent, it's like that. I mean, the elves have slaves too.
Really?
Yeah, and they're supposed to be the civilized ones. Oh yeah, the Duranithil is... They don't enslave Fae, but they enslave everybody else who isn't Fae.
I guess I didn't look up that stuff, and I was just mostly interested in magic. A little bit of history, but mostly magic.
It's alright.
It explains so much about this person I know, though. She is such a jerk, and it's probably because she's used to people being her slave.
Who are you talking? Do I even want to know?
Probably not.
All right.
She's scary.
Alright, I'll just leave it at that.
But you seem like you'd be pretty useful, though. Like, even if, like, we were somehow to like make the Slave King stop being a bad guy and only just do the anti-slavery thing, like that would be useful.
Yeah, because burning villages and pillaging them and kidnapping children is something he'd stop doing.
Yeah, probably. You made me think that, and that is like, well, that's the opposite of what I want.
Or
It
you
doesn't.
could, you could probably just kill him.
Okay, but like, killing people usually just makes a problem from another problem, right?
Sometimes. Well, it's been really nice talking to you, Kilroy. But I have to get going.
Oh, but like, I thought you were gonna like come with me and like convince the Slave King to stop being a bad guy.
I'm not...
I'll teach you chronomancy.
Listen, we just met, all right? And you seem really nice and all, but this Slave King stuff, it's kind of over my head. I'm just gonna get the next ship out of here. Besides, I don't want to be the next victim of the weekly burnings.
Wait, why would they burn you? Wait, they burn people?
Yeah, they burned a man just half an hour ago.
Wait, I thought they were just burning things like a bonfire.
No,
I was not paying attention.
No,
Wait, what?
They burnt a man and a changeling at the stake today.
What the heck?
It's
You chose to be here? You chose to be here. This is not...
I don't live here.
Oh, where do you live?
I told you I'm from Al Gore, but I'm more or less a wanderer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, if you change your mind about the Slave King thing, like how you could send me mail, I guess.
Look,
just
look, Kilroy. It was very nice meeting you, and somebody who shares the interests in the theories of, quantum mechanics, and the time stream. But
wait, could you do something for me though before, like, I don't have much money, but I can give you some money. Okay, there's this guy, and you have to convince him that that I'm cool.
What?
Just like make it so that he makes his crew stop like laughing at me.
Why would they laugh at you?
'Cause my dragon.
Your dragon.
It's hard to explain, okay? But you gotta do it.
Right there, and he points to the room. She points.
No, but I made somebody else into a dragon. And then I tried to jump on his back, and it didn't work. You gotta...
He looks very confused right now.
Sir, I'm gonna walk over to the guy drinking the beer. Could I turn you into a dragon for a second?
No, laddie. No. You cannot turn me into a dragon.
That is a weird... Where are you from?
I'm from the south.
That explains it.
Nice.
Okay, well... Here, I'll turn myself into a dragon.
Aye, lad, if you're gonna do that, let us all move out of the way.
Yeah,
I'm
I agree with the... And Killy says, the southerner about that. I'm gonna step out of the way. Excuse me.
Okay, but you gotta change this guy's mind for me. Wait, you said it only lasts an hour, right?
Yes, I only can do it for an hour.
If you figure... Here, and I'm gonna write down something in my like spell book and like rip it out and like pass it to her, and it's like Kilroy, assistant to Avalarian, blah blah blah, how to like send letters to me. If you figure out how to make it last forever, you got to do it on the person.
Sure. If I ever get to my master's level, sure, that could happen.
Oh wait, who's your master? I'll just talk to them.
He doesn't... The master of my order doesn't really like to talk to people. I was a very special case.
You never even said the name of your order. What's the name of your order?
We are known as the Awakened. No idea.
Oh. So, like, you guys don't, like, wake it up either, then?
Awakened minds, Kilroy. Awakened minds. Ramus, you've heard of... There is a section... There are a group of people of different sects who learn to use more of their psychic abilities. Not traditional arcane magic, but the power. Yeah. She might be one of them. You've never heard of her specific order, but you are aware there is that type of magic out there. Many of these people consider themselves hermits and like wanderers. So they don't have like an official like order temple deal they belong to.
Right. Okay.
But she says, I am of the awakened, and that's all I can really say.
Okay, well, it was nice meeting you, I guess. If you could pass it along to maybe your leader, maybe he'll do it. I don't know.
I don't know. He's not usually one for like monetary or political or any type of power you could really.
So wait, so if you're a wanderer, how come you were here?
I was passing through.
I wish I was just passing through.
Why?
This place seems terrible.
Oh, it's a horrible place. Weekly burnings, public sermons.
So every week they burn people?
Yeah. They've been doing it for many years, as far as I know.
That's like at least 50 people a year, right?
Yeah.
Why do people live here?
If you really want to know, I think it people around here don't really like non-humans. I think it just makes the humans feel safe. But I don't know. I'm not part of the religion they follow. I mean, this is everything I've learned. I've been in this area for the past 2 months, so that's all I really know. Maybe they just feel safe thinking that somebody's protecting them from the baddies. They're not really baddies. But it's nice to talk to somebody who has a open mind. I wish you well, Kilroy.
Wait, I get it, because you did things to my mind.
Okay. You know what? Never mind. Maybe we'll meet up again sometime.
Okay, bye, Kilia. I think you should really go for a different nickname, though. Like, Kilia the Wise or something. Like, the Blind isn't really nice. Like, it's apt, but, like, it doesn't really describe who you are.
Maybe if we meet each other again, I'll tell you my other nickname. She takes the book from you and she puts it in her backpack. and she slowly makes her way towards the door.
I'll like turn to the guy at the bar and be like, "So what are the southern countries like?"
I'd love to spend hours telling you about him, laddie, but I'm afraid I have to go. I've got an appointment with the lady.
What? Wait, with Kilia?
Nah, Lady Rika. The noble round these parts.
Okay, I gotta talk to her. Do you mind if I come with you?
Appointment was only for one, laddie. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, I gotta find my friends anyways.
You do that.
Alright. I will detect where Ramus is.
How are you going to do that?
Just the thing spell.
While you're casting that, the man at the bar is going to run out the door and swiftly undisguise himself.
Then runs back into the bar.
Alright.
Hi guys, I'm here.
Oh. Where's everybody else?
I thought they came here with me.
Yeah.
Castle is probably in the corner somewhere. Just
I
watching all this.
I walk out of the corner.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, Cass. Oh, hey. Oh. Were you guys here for a while?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So, all in favor of following the creepy mind-altering woman?
Wait, she's not creepy.
Oh.
Wait, am I creepy to you then?
No.
Well, I kind of wanted her to join us, so I guess I'll follow her, but you can't hurt her. Does that seem fair? If she tries to hurt you first, that's fair. I'm not going to stop you from defending yourself, but we should not try to hurt her first.
Fine. We'll just follow her and be very sneaky.
Okay. I just got to leave an Algorian tip. I'll put a single mithril coin down and walk out.
All right. The innkeeper's like, "Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Big tipper."
All right. Yeah, let's go follow Kilia?
Yep.
Kilia the Blind, apparently.
Kilia the Blind. Let's go follow her.
All right. So you guys walk out the bar. I need stealth checks from all you guys.
All right, I roll a 31.
Okay.
All right, ready for my 4? Close.
Okay. Stealth is a skill check. Is it also considered an ability check?
Skill checks are specialized ability checks.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So, yes.
So I'm gonna cast something. Well, if I cast something on if I cast guidance, it'll only last for a minute. So
Oh, okay.
I don't think that's long enough. So no, I'll just stealth it.
All right. Oh.
Of course.
Okay.
Guidance wouldn't have helped anyways.
"Quote unquote," stealthily follow her.
I distance myself from them.
Good idea.
It doesn't appear that she has noticed you.
Because she's blind, obviously.
Of course. That's why she hasn't noticed us.
You see she starts heading towards the docks. And she takes a few narrow alleyways down to get to her destination. She goes to what looks like a seedier part of town. And just as she is passing by some That just as she's passing by some, some little hovels, um, there are a group of sailors um, that kind of get the sense that she might be easy prey, and the largest of them, shirtless, bald, has a giant skull tattoo on his chest, um, walks up to her and starts demanding that she hands over her satchel.
Alice is just gonna hang back and watch.
Okay.
He's pretty sure she can take care of this.
All right. As
Oh. Oh no.
oh no. Do you cast that?
I'm just looking at the instructions.
Okay.
If they look like they're gonna get violent with her, I might try
Alright.
to like so that she doesn't get affected by the blast.
All right. So she, looks past this individual. There are 5 other men that are starting to gather behind the large sailor, and she says, "I don't think I want to hand you my things." Um, and then you guys see the sailor go for a short sword at his side, and you cast that. Okay, so there's 6 people. Oh boy, 2 more. So, good news, they all saved. Bad news, they're all dead.
Unconscious.
Unconscious. And Kilia's like, what the fuck? Kilroy! I can hear you. I can hear all of you.
Even me?
Even you.
Well, fuck.
Even me, as I drop my shield.
Yes, even you. Especially you. You know...
Well, I'm glad we followed you.
She told me to keep an eye on you. I didn't think you would have to... Oh, Jesus. We should talk.
Who's she?
We should talk. Come on, I'm staying over here for the week. She points to a little hovel at the end of the street.
Wait, I didn't meet you by chance?
We'll talk. Come on. I think I might have some clean water in there. And she just starts, she kicks one of the unconscious sailors and starts walking down the street. Stupid freaking sailors. She invites you into this very small house. It's not even a house, it's just a one-room hut. And she begins, taking a beat-up tin kettle and putting water in it and putting it over a wooden stove and starts poking the stove with a long iron poker. So, why were you following me?
Who's she?
Are we playing the question game? Do you guys not know the question game?
There's a question
No.
game?
What is the question game?
What do you mean you don't know?
Good.
Wait, I want answers. I don't care about the question.
Alright, let me... Uncle Kilroy, Mom wanted me to follow you.
You're an uncle? Wait. Insight the shit out of this.
Yeah, you can insight check it. She seems to be telling the truth.
You're an uncle? You have siblings? What?
Well, technically he has more than one.
What?
Why is that so hard to believe?
She's very upset that she didn't get a visit before you left.
Who? Wait, I'm an uncle. I just realized Rena had kids?
She had two. I'm the oldest.
Wait, you're my niece?
Yes, I'm your niece.
Why did they let you be blind?
Because I told you, because they couldn't fix it. So Tester knew somebody that could teach me what I know. So my blindness...
Instead of fixing your sight, he taught you magic.
Instead of not being able to fix me, they couldn't. They tried. You left a really good connection after you left. He did take care of us.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah.
Just not enough to fix your sight.
Well, you'll be happy to know your nephew Kilroy is a superb tailor.
Wait, he's a tailor?
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with being a craftsperson, Kilroy.
But Mom did say that I got my smarts from somewhere, and I was very interested in learning where.
I'm inciting everything she says.
She's telling the truth. She seems to be telling the truth.
So, did Rena go back to school?
Not after she had us. No.
Oh.
Yeah.
But you learned magic, so that's good.
I learned magic because I spent the next 15 years in a cave system with my master.
That sounds different than how I learned magic.
Yeah, it's a little different than how you learned magic, Uncle.
You should probably not learn magic like that. Who's your master? I gotta talk to this person. I have to talk to this person.
You are very strange.
Okay, I'm not the one who learned magic in a cave.
Is he always like this? And she turns to...
Always. There's a reason why we call him Killjoy.
I see. Oh, well.
I snicker a little bit.
Speaking of, Kilroy, was the person whose mind you wanted her to change me?
No.
Okay.
Listen.
You're full of shit.
Tester and Avalarian thought you guys could use some help. So I've been in this region for a couple weeks. When I heard there were new strangers in town, I decided to see who they see. To figure out who they were. And when I...
For less than a day.
Strange people that come to town the word travels really fast. You have no idea how high alert they are of infiltrators right now, especially when they caught that devil last week.
Well, they gotta burn one person a week or a day or whatever it is.
They caught a what last week?
They caught a devil.
Huh.
There has been... They've caught a few fiends in this town. Apparently several months ago, they caught a succubus.
Huh.
Yeah.
Out of character, Killer, would she know why we're here and stuff?
Out of character. I don't know what her mom told her.
That's fun. Okay. Fuck.
But Tester did say that you needed my help, so I more or less spent a number of years in the region anyway, so it wasn't too much of a hassle to come back.
Okay, but it's terrible here. You should never come here. I'm going to have some strong words with Tester about not fixing your eyesight, training you magic in a cave, and telling you to go to awful places. Like, take care of doesn't mean kill. He's a tailor?
He's a tailor. He never had a head for books.
Okay, but
what's wrong with tailors?
Did you just not try?
Well,
what's Brenna's husband like? Is he stupid?
Oh shit!
You realize you're talking about my father.
Okay, but you can admit he's stupid, right? Is that where he gets it from? Is that why he's stupid?
Dad is not... Listen. Dad is a mithril merchant. So...
Oh, gosh. No! Of course he's stupid!
He's not stupid. He's actually very good with
metal. Oh, I'm sure he is. He works with metal. You know what else worked with metal? Horses. They have it on their feet.
What?
Don't you mean the blacksmiths who make the shoes put it on the horses? They don't necessarily... You know what? Listen, Uncle. All you have to know is... Mom was really worried about you. She was really pissed at you for the first few years.
Okay, but I tried sending her letters.
Yeah, the last letter she got was 36 years ago.
Wait, is that how long we've been?
Yeah. That is how long you guys were gone.
Okay, but like I sent one before that, when I was going to leave, I think.
And you couldn't have stopped to visit her.
No, these guys are assholes.
What?
Not you, Kassoff.
Of
course not.
What? What did we do to you?
Oh, I don't know. What is with these wake-up calls? You don't let me prepare my spells. You make fun of my dragons. They're dragons. You don't have... You shoot a bow and go sneaky sneak, and then you hide. That's what you do. I control magic. I change the very fabric of reality. And you don't look at me with any respect.
Uncle Kilroy, would you like some catnip tea?
Yes, please.
Here, Here's a cup for all of you.
So tell me about Kilroy. Tell me about my nephew.
Your nephew is actually very good at what he does. He's actually one of the best. He's even had clothes made for King Jonah.
Well, if you're gonna be stupid, you might as well be the best.
And my baby brother is not stupid. He just has a different mind for, different things.
Okay, but why did you have to go to a cave?
What they taught me was not very traditional. I couldn't be a traditional arcane user because I couldn't see. You're welcome. Catnip tea is very soothing, especially when you're in a region like this. You need all the soothing you can get. But I couldn't do a trade because I couldn't see. I didn't want to be a bother to mom and dad, being the little blind child. So I decided if there was somebody that could teach me to be self-sufficient, then I'd take that chance. Tester knew somebody like that, so I went in head first. I didn't want to be a burden.
Well, you're not a burden. Like, the whole reason I'm doing this stupid mission is so that like you would be taken care of.
And he did. He set up. He set up. Would you like to know your brother-in-law's name? My dad's name.
I feel like I should know it.
His name is Henry Wallstaff.
Do I remember a Henry Wallstaff from Al Gore? Or?
Very vaguely. You've seen him like once or twice. He was a nice chap.
Oh, I think I remember him. He wasn't completely stupid.
Yeah, it turned out that apparently he had a crush on Mom for a really long time. And finally got the nerve to ask for permission to court her. I heard that was a strange and hilarious affair, but I think Mom can tell you that story.
How's Uncle Warwick?
An asshole. Well, he's not an asshole to me. It's more like his kids are an asshole. Are assholes. He'd be pretty proud of me. One year when I did come back from my training, I was able to implant a fear of clowns into one of the little brats.
I mean, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, gave him a nightmare about it one night. Has not forgotten about it since. Still doesn't know it was me. Now, whenever he sees somebody with a painted, gleeful face, he almost pisses his pants.
You know what you should do is like on their birthday, you should hire a clown to go like say hello to them.
If I visited more often, I probably would do that. I usually, it would have to be like a coincidence for me to stop by on one of their birthdays, but okay. I'll keep that thought in mind.
I should send a letter to Tester and get this arranged.
Tester's really busy right now.
Okay, but he let you be blind and train in a cave. He can at least do this.
How many times do I have to tell you that he couldn't fix it? He tried. He sent, like, the best Arathis clerics he could find to try to fix it, and because I was born with it, I can be fixed.
Okay, but like, there's trying, and then there's what Tester probably did.
What, sent the best doctors and clerics to Mom's doorstep to try to fix my eyesight?
Okay, but if they were the best, why wasn't it fixed?
Because it can't be fixed. Not with the magic and technology we have now, I assume. Maybe in the future.
Kasov, you could restore somebody's sight, right?
I can think about it, but I doubt it. I'm gonna think about it.
That's very kind of you, Sir Dwarf, but I'm alright.
Not sure if I can think of anything that would restore blindness.
I mean, if they were damaged in battle, it would be a little easier. You just heal up what was there previously. I mean, there's probably ways that you could give her like artificial eyesight, but they would be very costly and very complicated, sometimes not even worth the risk. But no, what's
Yeah, I explain it. Yeah, probably not. Not if she's had this all her life.
so
Some things can be
how
fixed.
So, anyways, now that we've gotten little introductions and stories out of the way, how can I help you guys?
How much do you know about why we're here?
I know that you're here to get info on the Slave King.
Okay. Well, what do you know about the Order of the Eternal Flame?
On the eastern coast, they are more of a benevolent force. Because of the rampant racism in this area, what individuals that worship the eternal flame here are not like their brethren on the eastern continent. Um, they let me actually get that. What I know about the Order of Eternal Flame is common in this area. The story is that many years ago, there were a group of soldiers that were lost at sea. They drifted in the ocean without hope for what seemed like weeks, and they saw a lone flame on a shore. They paddled towards that to find the source of the flame, which was a palace with a large brazier, with an old man tending to the fire. When they asked who he was and what he was doing, the flamekeeper said to them, "I guard the eternal flame as long it will flame in this place, so long this temple and your kinsfolk will endure." And then he disappeared. So the people who were to be the first leaders of the order, took this as a divine sign and established that the first temple in Gadarn. The order grew and they migrated to Robur primarily because not non-humans humans are not very looked well upon to the north. However, as the landscape in Robur evolved into one of hate, so did the order on the western continent. I know that besides the city guard, they are one of the other main forces here that keep the peace in the city and other cities and towns to the north. Um, they have some presence in central and southern Robur, but because of the need for a strong military right now versus the Slave King, they've risen in power exponentially ever since that happened.
Okay.
But if I were you, I would try to stay, unless you had to, I would try to stay out of their way. They have a lot of sway here. And a lot of these people here believe the rhetoric they spout. You're gonna have to get involved with them, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, I can definitely point you into the direction of maybe who to talk to. There are some benevolent individuals within the order, but
we were actually looking to talk to Lady Rika.
Lady Rika is separate from the Order of Flame, but I know that she is I know she's a follower of the religion. I know her son isn't, though, and that disturbs her greatly.
We suspect that there's something going on in the Order, and that Lady Rika might be able to tell us more. And that Lady Rika can tell us more.
All right.
Or has some suspicions about it, at least.
Okay. Well, I can certainly. She's at her estate in the government district usually. If you can convince her there's a problem, you could probably get an audience with her if you have evidence.
We do.
Okay. I do suggest one thing.
If possible, though, I'd like to not have to wave that in front of people. It doesn't speak kindly of the Order, and I feel like that would be a dangerous proposition here.
Yeah, that would be very dangerous. I was gonna suggest maybe you should talk to her son. Her son doesn't follow the Order, still very close to his mother. He's more of your typical warrior of Cord. He is very deep in the belief of that kind of thing. You know, strongest survive and whatnot. Honor Cord through battle. He might listen to you, and probably could get you to talk an audience with his mother. Other than that, stay away, if you can, from High Inquisitor Manic.
Why do you say that?
He runs the Eternal Flame here, and he is not a nice man. And if he gets wind that you're accusing his order of certain things, you guys might not make it out of the city alive.
Duly noted.
I can keep my ear to the ground here. I've become friendly with some of the locals. If you need anything else.
I don't know, do we? For now?
I mean, you could stay here if you need a place to hide. Order doesn't come to this seedy part of town, I'll tell you that. And, you know, the floor is always very nice to sleep on. And I have plenty of catnip tea.
It is a very nice floor.
It's definitely nicer than the rock caves I had to sleep on the ground on. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Better than mountains.
Better than mountains, definitely. But I just don't. I look. I promise. I promised Mom that I would watch over Uncle Kilroy. So please don't let him get hurt.
I'll nod.
I'll nod too.
He'll come back in one piece.
All right.
We all will.
Uncle Kilroy?
Yeah?
Don't do anything stupid.
I'll like glare at Ramus as he's like laughing.
I'm quietly giggling.
I won't.
Okay, good. And if you're in Algor, please visit her.
As soon as we're done stopping the Slave King, I think I'll go visit.
Good. Dad would like to see you again, too. And for what it's worth, Uncle Warwick does miss you.
I thought you said he's an asshole, though.
Not to me. But, you know, if you're away from family long enough, they start missing you. Just because a person's asshole doesn't mean they don't have feelings.
I guess.
No.
Do you want... Should I look into trying to figure out how to fix your eyes?
I thought of for a very long time about that. I've been through ancient library, through ruin. I've visited Vox, where the greatest Thundrum libraries are. If you happen to come across it, I wouldn't say no, but I've lived so long like this that I don't really mind anymore.
Well, I'll try to find something. Because it'd be really cool to teach somebody chronomancy.
Duly noted. But yeah, let me know if anybody else besides High Inquisitor Manic or Lady Rika gives you any trouble. We can plant a few ideas into their head, or I can. Alright. And that's probably where we're going to end today. So let's see. Skittering.
So I have like two, like a niece and a nephew. That means I level, right?
What does that have to do with anything?
Think about the XP I brought to the world somehow.
That's true. It's a a story award.
Well, let me, how far away are you from 8?
Like 100 XP.
Well, you're gonna get that because you killed a bunch of things today.
But what about from 9?
No, 9.
You're a
Probably
ways
not.
from 9.
You're a long way from 9.
Sorry, no, I'm 1550 away from 8.
Alright, so the sandworm was that much. So that was a sandworm, and that was the skittering hot. 3 of those, so... And then there was the boulette.
Yeah.
Man, I really wanted Cam to be here today. Damn it! It's your order. They're killing everyone.
Yes, I know.
Well, we'll have to talk about how horrified you guys are about what his order is.
Yes.
6.
The righteous. The misguided.
Yeah, Jesus. His order is awful.
He's been away for 36 years. A lot can happen in 36 years.
Yeah. So 30 years ago, I feel like that's something that coincides with something else on the timeline. I can't remember what else though. Does anybody else remember?
I don't know.
Because that's 6 years after they left. Oh.
So
Yay.
Alright. So here's the problem. Hold on, let me just turn this off.